wasn't aware he had a weapon until it was in my face.
We are in day 2 of the trial for the suspect in the Coeur d'Alene 4th of July shooting, Tyler Rambo. Now we'll hear from witnesses in the trial.
We are continuing to push for answers from SPS after parents reached out to us about school busing problems. One Spokane mom says her daughter's bus never picked her up. We'll have more from her and Durham Bus Services.
Plenty of sunshine today. The clouds have rolled in right now, but I'm still tracking more beautiful spring weather. Your forecast is next.
And the downtown stadium could possibly be coming to Spokane, and the proposed 5,000-seat stadium could bring a new professional soccer team to the city. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Good evening, I'm Whitney Ward. We have some breaking news here. Just moments ago this evening, Governor Jay Inslee has announced that teachers and child care workers will be now included in Phase 1B1 of the state's vaccination plan, and it's effective immediately. This comes after President Joe Biden directed all states to make teachers and child care workers a priority.
Regina on live in the newsroom tonight with all those details. Regina?
Yeah, Mark, Whitney, so this is the announcement that teachers have been waiting for, right? Teachers will now be in Phase 1B1 immediately, and the goal is for teachers to receive at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine by the end of March. Governor Inslee says educators can schedule their shot with a provider right away, but the Phase Finder online tool might take a bit of time to reflect these changes. According to Inslee, in a statement, he said in part, "We are pleased that teachers will be back in the classroom very soon. This should give educators more confidence to return to in-person learning and that it can be done with safety protocols," end quote. Also, the office of Superintendent Chris Rakedahl said, "We are working with the Department of Health and the governor's office to learn more details. I appreciate the leadership of the president, governor, and Department of Health in supporting our schools as they work to safely reopen for in-person learning." Now, Governor Inslee says he will soon announce when critical workers like grocery store employees, farm workers, and bus drivers will be vaccinated next. And tonight at 10 and 11, be sure to watch. We'll look into how teachers can make an appointment and see what options are available to you. Live in the newsroom tonight, Regina on. Whitney, back to you.
All right, Regina, thank you so much. And KREM 2 is following up tonight after numerous reports of school busing issues for SPS. Yesterday was the first day back at school for 7th through 12th graders, but some parents contacted us saying their kids were never even picked up by the bus in the morning.
It started a couple days before when her bus route kept saying to be determined. The stop is there, but no time. I inquired with a couple teachers. They said it would be posted over the weekend. Monday morning comes. It's got to be there. I don't know what time, but it'll be there. We waited at the bus stop until it was obvious that there was no bus.
Ashley McNeese says she called the school to find out what happened, only to be told there would be no bus service for that route for the next 2 weeks. She says the school said her daughter would have to walk to and from school instead, and the closest they could get her is about 3/4 of a mile away from her home. Ashley told me that's just too far on mostly busy roads for a young girl to walk alone.
Are you surprised that no one ever contacted you to let you know, hey, we're having some issues and for 2 weeks you guys are going to have to figure this out on your own?
I was absolutely shocked because there could have been many students waiting at their bus stop without their parents for a bus that never comes. Parents may be at work. Maybe they locked up the house on their way out the door. We're standing there. I mean, not one person called and said, hey, there might be some disruption. There were no warnings.
Now, yesterday, SPS told us the bus routes and schedules were, quote, a success. But when we reached out again today, the district said with over 250 daily routes, there are sometimes unforeseen delays. A handful of routes have recently been impacted by the availability of drivers, and that all school principals do send communication out to families once SPS hears of delays from Durham. They also said a letter was sent out informing parents of changes last Friday, and that updated information is also available on the SPS website. I also reached out to Durham Bus Services, and within the last hour today, they told me now only 12 drivers are off of work. Last week, it was almost 40. A spokesperson also said, we apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused parents and guardians, adding we are continuing to work with SPS to ensure that we are aligned on addressing these issues. The district also told me today anyone who is having difficulty with transportation for their kids should reach out to their school, and they'll try to work with you on solutions.
All kindergarten classes in Coeur d'Alene Public Schools will be full day and free next school year. The Board of Trustees approved the plan for all elementary schools in the district last night. All classes will be tuition free. Now, this comes after the district moved beyond a pilot program in which some half-day classes were extended to full-day classes, with families agreeing to pay a portion of the cost. To register, your child must be 5 years old before September 1st. You can pre-register your child now at cdaschools.org.
The trial for the suspect in the Coeur d'Alene 4th of July shooting, Tyler Rambo, continues today. Prosecutors questioned several witnesses so far, including the officers who say they saw and chased Rambo. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley listened to the live stream of this trial all day today. Tonight she's sharing the latest from the testimony.
Day 2 of the Tyler Rambo attempted murder trial began with the prosecutor calling its first 7 witnesses to the stand. This includes Coeur d'Alene police officers who say they saw Rambo and chased him after the shooting. Detective Kyle Cannon was one of the first officers to see Rambo the night of July 4th, 2 years ago after the fireworks show.
It looked like he was bent over, holding something, concealing something near his stomach. He saw me, I saw him. I yelled for him to stop. He took off running.
He chased after Rambo, which was all captured on his body camera.
He was fleeing with a purpose to get away from the police.
We want to be clear that the court is not allowing media in the courtroom for the trial due to COVID-19 restrictions. Only the judge and witnesses can be viewed publicly on its live stream. The judge also denied our request to move the live stream camera to view any video presented as evidence in this public trial. That is why we can only play the sound. We also heard Officer Jacob Proctor's testimony and body camera of when he too chased down Rambo. He said he heard a nearby officer announce Rambo had a gun and shot someone. You can hear from Officer Proctor's body camera, he and other officers repeatedly telling Rambo to stop running and put the gun down. But he says the suspect did not comply.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it!
The prosecutor called Juwan Anderson to the stand, who got in a fight with the suspect that night. He shared what happened when he says Rambo fired the gun.
How close did that gun come to your face?
Directly in front of my face. I could see down the barrel of the gun.
The defense attorney argues multiple people kicked and beat Rambo that night, which is why he shot a round into the air.
How many times did you kick him in the head?
I didn't kick him in the head.
Trial proceedings will resume tomorrow morning at 8:30. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's talk weather now. Spring-like weather has hit the inland northwest, and it's here to stick around this week. I want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Tom Sherry. Tom, quick question for you. Is this one of those scenarios where it's like all nice this week and we're kind of lulled into this sense of complacency, then next week, bam, we're going to hit by more snow?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks. No, I'm kidding you.
My work here is done.
No, here's the deal. The real deal is that we have temperatures are going to be like maybe 10 degrees above average for much of this week. But as we get into next week, sure, it'll be cooler, but it will still be about average. In March weather, we look for daytime highs in the mid-40s. But gosh, this week we're looking for highs in the mid to upper 50s. Should track some sunny skies across the area tomorrow. And I think the warmest day is going to be on Friday. 47 degrees right now. Wind is out of the south-southwest at 11 miles an hour. So really what we're talking about, Mark, is just don't get out and waste this weather this week. And if you've got cars to wash, this would be a great week to do it. 31 the expected overnight low. Look at that on Wednesday. 54 degrees. Again, may hit 60 or close to 60 on Friday. For the weekend, I've got mid-50s on Saturday. Cooler. We start seeing a return to more average temperatures as we get into Sunday with a slight chance of showers. I'll check the rest of your 10-day forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.